Hi, good evening. My name is Sagiru Ansari, and today the video is about our Construct Week project questionnaires video. So I am going to answer the question based on the project that I have made. Let's first I'm going to show the project that is uh, uh, tenant and landlord communication platform. So let's jump into the questions directly. Then we are showing the one by one all the implementation. Let's taking to the first question, that is what is the scope of the project and why did you choose the same? So the project is a uh, tenant landlord communication platform designed to streamline property management. It allows tenant to submit a maintenance request, track rent payment, and communicate with landlords in real time. Landlords can manage properties, track maintenance requests, and monitor rent payments. The project was chosen to address inefficiency in traditional property management system and improve transparency and responsiveness. And let's go into the second question. Can you walk me through the most challenging technical problem you encountered your project and how did you resolve it? Yeah, so the main technical challenging problem I've resolved that I faced at the real-time updates. Yeah, so for maintenance requests and chat messages, initially the app relied on manual refresh, which degraded user experience. This was resolved by integrating WebSocket for live updates and using Juststand for efficient state management. And the solution ensured the tenant and landlord could see update instantly without refreshing the page. Let's go into the third question. What specific technology did you use and why did you choose them for this project? Yeah, so for the very first uh, technology that I used to build the project, that is React, and I choose for its component-based architecture, which makes the UI modular and reusable. And for the CSS framework, I use Tailwind CSS, and for the landing page, I use the animation. For that, I use GSAP, and for state management, I use Justand, and for building the tool and development server, I used White. Let's go into the fourth question. Did you encounter any performance issue? How did you identify and address them? So, during development, rendering large list of maintenance requests caused performance bottlenecks. This was identified using React DevTools and resolved by implementing pagination and lazy loading. Additionally, React Memo was used to prevent unnecessary re-renders of components. Uh, let's go into the fifth question. Uh, can you explain a situation where you had to make a critical decision that impacted the project's direction? Uh, so, a critical decision was to prioritize mobile responsiveness over adding advanced features like AI-powered analytics. The decision was made to ensure the app accessible and to users on all devices, as many tenants and landlords rely on mobile device for communication. Let's go into the sixth question. How did you manage version control and collaboration in our project? So Git and GitHub were used for version control, and feature branches were created for each new functionalities. And I have made the project individually, so no other contributor has involved. Yeah, let's go into the seventh question. Were there any trade-offs you had to make while working on the project? How did you prioritize? So a trade-off was made to use dummy data initially instead of building a full backend. This allowed the means allowed me to focus on front-end development and user experience first. And the backend integration was planned for a later phase to ensure faster delivery of the MVP. Let's go into the eighth question. Um, Describe a piece of feedback you received on project. How you implemented it. So feedback from users suggested improving the chatbot UI to make it more interactive and visually appealing. This was implemented by adding a circular avatar, smooth animation, and preferred quick reply button to enhance user experience. Let's go into the ninth question. What would you do differently if you were to start this project over again? So if I start over, I would integrate a backend server earlier to handle real-time data and authentication. This would improve more robust foundation for features like user accounts, real-time notification, and data persistence. And let's go into the design and architecture part. Can you explain the architecture of your project and why was it designed this way? So the project follows a component-based architecture with reusable UI components. The front end is divided into pages, example, tenant page, landlord dashboard, and component like that request form, rent payment tracker. So this design ensure modularity and scalability and ease of maintenance. And let's go into the second question. How did you ensure the scalability and security of your project? So the app is designed to handle a growing number of user and properties by using modular components and efficient state management. So for security, like sensitive data, like the passwords, is not stored in the front end. Future plan include integrating JWT based authentication and HTTPS for secure communication. And how did you, going to the next question, how did you collaborate with other team member on this project? Can you give an example? How did you resolve conflict or disagreement? So, for as I told earlier that I did the project individually, so no other team members have been involved in this project. So there are no conflict or such disagreement has happened. I made the entire decision from myself, and I do all the things that I that I had that came in my mind first. Uh, let's going to the last question. Describe a situation where you had to incorporate feedback from others into your project. So feedback from stakeholders suggest adding multiple language support to make the app accessible to a broad audience. This was implemented using the I18N library, allowing user to switch between languages seamlessly. Uh, yeah, that's all about the project. I hope you like the project and like the presentation. Thank you.